Hi, everybody. I'm Jenni Spinner, Chief Editor of Snack Food and Wholesale Bakery, and I'm here with
Liz Parker, Senior Editor.
So let's get started. My first pick for an interesting product that was released in the month of March 2024, Dave's Killer Bread. This is a brand that even before Flower Foods, excuse me, purchased it. It was a lot of fun. It was a product with a mission, breads that were a company founded by and employed people with a criminal record. A lot of times they have a hard time finding employment. So the bakery employed them. And the parent company continues that. But recently, in addition to the mission, they've branched out into new areas, bagels, snack bars. And this is Dave's Killer Bread Organic Rock and Rolls. They're dinner rolls. You bake them, you eat them. They're delicious. Bread in its many formats are fun. And it's interesting to see this brand branch out into different formats.
I had definitely heard of this brand before just because of their mission and things like that. My aunt and I believe my parents will, when I get samples of this, they will kind of like fight over it because everyone loves them. And I think it's like a better for you brand as well.
Yeah, it's loaded with whole grains. Recently I took home the bagels because I'm a big fan of everything bagels, and a lot of I'm fortunate enough to live in near a pretty Jewish neighborhood, and there's decent places to buy bagels, but I've not had as good of a luck in grocery stores, especially in the center of the store. And these were different. These tasted more like fresh baked from a Jewish bakery bagels. So well done. Well, Dave doesn't bake them personally.
Mr. Dave.
But yeah, it's interesting to see them branch out, and the quality has met at least this consumer standard. So well done. Enough about Dave. Let's talk about Liz, or let's hear from Liz, I guess.
So the next product is on the opposite side. It's a sweet dessert. Two Foods released, it's like two and then foods, one word,
Like
released
Prince.
like what?
Like what Prince would do if he were to found a bakery.
Right. They released a gâteau chocolate cake. Hopefully I'm saying that right, gâteau. What's interesting about this is it's a cake, but you can eat it one of three ways. You can eat it as fudge, as mousse, or as melted chocolate. So it's kind of like a choose your own adventure type product.
Yeah, that is interesting. That's you wouldn't eat a body wash, but I encountered a product that was one time you could use it was a mint flavor. You could use it as a shampoo, body wash, or a mouthwash. That's too much to ask of one body care product, but this is interesting because you could have it just on itself, or say you want to like bake a cake at home, you could use this to top it. A little bit of a shortcut. So and it's intriguing. I definitely would like to try that as a consumer. It piqued my interest. So yeah, there you go. My next item is it includes new products. Manischewitz is a brand that's been around for a long time, serving the Jewish community. And they have, if you are familiar with the product, you can probably picture the packaging: white, orange, green, the logo in your head, because it's been pretty unchanged for most of its boxes and bags, film bags, forever. And they decided to take on a new branding that refreshes it completely, refreshes the branding completely. And it's designed to celebrate Jewish culture, and also welcome other people to try Jewish foods, which makes sense because, look at me, definitely not Mexican, and yet I am crazy about tacos and burritos and all this other stuff. So if I'm, venturing into that territory, why shouldn't people like me, not Jewish, try these delicious food products? There's new products in the line like knishes, and other things too, but the packaging revamp is going across the brand. So just in time for Passover, which is coming up April 22nd, something like that. So yeah, it's fun to watch.
Yeah, Manischewitz has always been kind of synonymous to like Jewish and kosher food for me. And you're right in that Passover is coming up, so it's probably an ideal time for them to do the refresh.
It's really cute. It's really cute. Oh, the next item, Liz and I come up with our favorites and then we get together, and this is one of the products that we agreed on.
So people might have heard of Hot Ones. It's a YouTube interview show. I've never seen it, but I have heard of it. So Snack Club is doing a collaboration with Hot Ones with spicy flavors. So obviously spicy snacks, not new, but they are kind of having like a renaissance right now. So it should be interesting, especially like if you're a fan of the show and you see it on the shelf, you might say, oh, hey, like I should try that.
Yeah, the I have seen it. Hot Ones is a program from a collaborative called First We Feast. And Hot Ones interviews, the guy interviews a celebrity. And while they're talking, asking questions, they eat increasingly spicier foods. And it's fun to watch because people start like sweating and they lose the ability to like think and talk. It's kind of hilarious. So yeah, the tie-ins that we've seen from them, Hot Pockets, I believe they had a Hot Pockets collaboration. The hot sauces, they have their own line of hot sauces. So you can kind of like, if you're a fan of spicy foods, which you don't have to be to enjoy the program actually, because you're just watching people like Jack Black and Jenna Ortega suffer or not suffer through eating hot stuff. It's a lot of fun, and it's interesting to see them branch out into spicy foods. It's a really appropriate tie-in. The next item that I came up with is Bob's Red Mill. Came up with a line of bake mixes, and Bob's Red Mill is known for organic, better for you flours, grains, oatmeal, things like that. This, if you're baking impaired or you like shortcuts, baking mixes are your thing. This gives people, I think there's 4 products in there, a chance to get, some wholesome, better for you baking going on in their kitchen without all the hard work. Cuts a little bit of the steps out there. So that's a fun one.
I'm not what you would call baking impaired, I guess, but you could argue. I think the last like baked good I made was for a party, and it was like a unicorn themed party, and I just didn't realize the extent of the work involved, let's say.
Mhm.
So something like this, like a shortcut, and you can say, you can either say you made it from a mix or maybe not. Something like that would be nice.
No need to tell anybody.
Our next product is Girl Scouts Thin Mints Muddy Buddies. So if you're in the Midwest, and Jenny, you'll have to tell me if you've heard of this. If you're from the Midwest, there's a thing called puppy chow.
Yeah.
And if you've ever been to like a sleepover as a kid or maybe a get together, people will bring puppy chow and it's delicious. So Muddy Buddies is Chex Mix's take on puppy chow. It's like covered in powdered sugar and there's usually other stuff in it. So for example, they do like a peanut butter one that's really good. So this is a thin mint flavored one, and they sent me samples and it does taste like thin mints. So you have to like the flavor, but if you like the flavor, you would really like these.
Yeah, so I used to know, I made people puppy chow so often that I had the recipe memorized, and now it's gone out of my head. But rice Chex is the cereal start off with, and then you combine chocolate chips and peanut butter melted up. You toss the cereal in that concoction, and then to keep it from sticking together, powdered sugar. So this is obviously a health food. It's totally better it's better for your soul. It's not good for your body maybe, but yeah, branching out into other flavors, and Girl Scouts branding on a lot of things, which you're gonna see something funny in a second. It's interesting to see the branding, the Girl Scouts branding, because it's a great organization and they're getting money from the sale of these products. So as a former Girl Scout, I totally approve raising funds and doing good stuff for the girls who participate in the organization. My next item is Think, a brand known for protein bars in the better for you space, paired with the Girl Scouts on mini bars that evoke the flavors of, I believe, two of the classic Girl Scout cookies, one of them being Thin Mints, the other one, who knows? You should go look for it on our website and find out. I think this is a more tasty collaboration than I was really excited when I was in the store and I saw an end cap of Girl Scout cookie branded body washes. Who doesn't want to smell like Thin Mints or Samoas? Well, the problem is there wasn't enough of a robust scent to them. So yeah, what is the point of buying stuff that smells like a cookie if then you don't smell like a cookie?
I was
Maybe
just
no, go
so-
ahead.
sorry, I was just about to mention that like Girl Scout flavorings, especially like Thin Mints, I feel like have been everywhere. And we definitely posted about that body wash, I believe, one of the Fun Friday posts.
Yes, well done, Girl Scouts.
Speaking of other bakery items, Deux, I assume it's pronounced Deux, has a vegan gluten-free donut hole product that they just released. It comes in a few flavors, but what's interesting about this, like, yes, vegan is interesting, gluten-free interesting, sure, but they also add functional ingredients. So it's like a functional better for you donut hole. So they add, and I'm going to mispronounce this, but it's like L-theanine, and then they add B12, which I found really interesting because I need to get B12 shots. I get them monthly. So I'm like, can I just have some donuts instead? Would that work?
Yeah, it is one of the things since I started working at Snack Food and Wholesale Bakery, I don't just share items that we write about on the LinkedIn and my LinkedIn, which is, professional contacts. I share on my personal socials. And when I post about something that's vegan or gluten-free, my friends who are dealing with those dietary restrictions get really excited because yeah, there's options to eat, but when there's an option to treat yourself with a vegan gluten-free treat, they get really excited. So I'm in Chicago, we don't have Sprouts near me, but people in other parts of the country would be psyched to see this because donuts are one of those areas that don't have a lot of vegan options. Fun fact, as of the last time I checked, I should probably qualify that, but no donuts at Dunkin' are vegan. They're all made with milk ingredients.
That's interesting. I don't think they have gluten-free either, but I haven't been there in a bit.
Yeah, the last time I checked, which would have been a year ago or so. Contrast that with there's a couple places. One is Liberation Donuts and another one is Beacon. They have nothing but vegan. So it's possible. Look at you, Duncan. Oh, my next one is Rudy's Rocky Mountain Bakery is a company that has been doing the thing. Better for you, organic, gluten-free breads. They're known for their breads. I had I tried to go gluten-free more than a decade ago, and there were not very many options, most of them not tasty. And here's Rudy's providing, the better option. Now they've got some competition, but Rudy's is still a name, and they are branching out into other things. One of them being Uncrustables, especially if you're millennial or younger. In the freezer case, there are these round gluten full gluten full breads with peanut butter. So just allergens everywhere. If you have a kid or if you were a kid who had a peanut allergy or a gluten allergy, oh no, can't eat them. Rudy's has launched their own nut-free version of that, with a nut or excuse me, a seed butter inside with jelly and bread. Same thing. You just take it out 30 seconds, it's thawed enough to eat. There you go. Great for lunch boxes. However, adults like these too. Apparently, the Kansas City Chiefs, when they stayed in the hotel for the Super Bowl, They, from the concierge, they just cases and cases of these sandwiches, the Uncrustables, the original version. But imagine the team members who had a nut allergy that couldn't partake in all the fun. Well, now they can, thanks to
Yeah,
Ritz.
that's definitely nice to have. I have a lot of friends who have peanut allergies or they have children who have peanut allergies. So
Mhm.
it'd be nice to just know that they can, have it as a snack and not have to worry.
Uh,
And my next one is Ritz toasted chips with March Madness, speaking of sports. So they have two new flavors. They have sweet habanero and honey barbecue, and it's in collaboration with March Madness, all the basketball fun this month.
mm.
So honey barbecue, that's nice. Like, I've seen it before, but I don't think they've done that before. But sweet habanero is interesting to me because I don't think I've ever seen like a spicy Ritz chip before. Have you ever seen that?
Um, I'm pretty much, when I buy the Ritz chips, I stick to the original or the cheesy.
Yeah, I've seen like cheesy. I think I've seen sour cream and onion, like more standard fare like that. So kind of interesting. And then they're also partnering with March Madness, so they should get some promotion out of that.
Yeah, I am I went to the University of Illinois. I don't, when I was a kid, we weren't really good at anything. Um, I don't think we went the whole time I was in school. I don't think our football team went to a single um, bowl game. And I don't think I do remember our women's volleyball was great when I was there. So yay, go Illini. I don't pay attention to March Madness, so this is not going to excite me. But I have enough friends who are just, their social media is nothing but ooh, boo, Auburn, yay, Clemson, other teams. I can't think of any. I don't do a bracket or anything like that, but I am not the target market. There are plenty of people who would see this packaging and go, "Oh, yay, March Madness. I could have this at my once my bracket gets down to I don't even know the lingo. I'm so sorry." Um,
I think it's just brackets. I know, so I'm a University of Michigan alum. Sometimes their
okay.
basketball team does well, sometimes it doesn't. I want to say Michigan State did better this year, but I think now all the Michigan teams might be out. I don't know. I don't follow it. But yeah, that is a good point. Like you could say, oh, look, I could have this at my, viewing party for this or whatnot.
Yeah, it's a fun one. Who doesn't love sports? Most people do. The last thing that we're going to send you out on as we are talking, the latest iteration of the Ghostbusters movies has come out, and there's tie-ins everywhere. And one of the tie-ins is Insomnia Cookies, that late night cookie delivery place that has it's real popular with college kids because who doesn't want to eat cookies at 1 in the morning and get them delivered to your house? Um, Insomnia came up with cookies that are kind of fit both the Ghostbusters and the just past us St. Patrick's holiday. They're these cookies that are just nice, soft, chewy cookies, but they're green like Slimer. And they're really cute. And if you order one of the packaged goods, you get your cookie box wrapped up in what looks like the ghost traps that they use to catch the ghost. I have one. I don't know what to do with it. You can't actually catch ghosts with it.
I was
In
gonna
case
say, have you
anybody was
tried
expecting that.
catching ghosts?
Yeah,
But
don't get
that's
mad.
that's interesting. First of all, I think Insomnia is very smart because they're like, oh hey, we can do green cookies, and we get St. Patrick's Day, and we got Ghostbusters coming out.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know about the packaging. AMC is actually doing like I believe it's a popcorn bucket shaped like the ghost traps, which is kind of fun.
Okay, that's
Because a
fun.
few people have asked me if it's still around, and I said, I don't know, just because I blog about movies sometimes. But it's interesting. Ghostbusters, definitely a beloved franchise. I do feel like they missed out. They could have been like, who are you gonna call? Insomnia or something. But that's just
Yeah,
me. Don't take
that's
PR
fun.
advice for me.
Um,
But yeah, I think it's a good idea, especially with the new movie in theaters.
because there are I mean, I grew up with the original Ghostbusters because Gen Xer, and I watched the girl Ghostbusters, but I missed the first one and the revamp, although now I'm gonna have to go back because I'm a big fan of actress Carrie Coon, is usually like a serious person. She apparently lives somewhere near me. I don't know where, but yeah, I wish ghost busting was no, I don't actually. What if ghosts were all over the place like that? That would be terrible. Um, but yeah, there are people who are super into Ghostbusters. I have a couple of friends who are actual, well, not actual Ghostbusters,
Hmm.
but there's a charity group with chapters all over the country of Ghostbusters, and they go to cons and they go to movie premieres, but they also go visit sick kids in the hospital dressed up in their full like outfits with the proto pack on the back and stuff. So yeah, those people are super excited about the tie-ins. So way
Yeah,
to go, Insomnia, capturing some of that.
yeah, definitely a good idea.
We are out of products, but um we're looking forward to April and seeing all sorts of new products. And if you are a snack or bakery producer, please feel free to send your items to me at spinnerj@bnpmedia.com, or to Liz. If you,
Yep, you can reach me at parkere@bnpmedia.com.
but yeah, that's about it. Until then, keep sending us stuff, and thanks for watching. Until next time.
See you later.
Bye.